I'm Jenny Nichols from MyComputerCareer. In these videos, we are covering the vital information you need to know to turn all of the time and effort you've put into your education into the long-term high-reward career you've been seeking. This video covers how to craft a compelling cover letter. So hang on tight, we're about to help you learn how to write cover letters that get results.
I never thought of myself as much of a writer, so I was pretty nervous about writing a cover letter. In the past, I always felt like my cover letters were rambly or boring. My computer career really helped me learn to write cover letters that were quick, to the point, and most important, impactful. I think it's a big reason I was able to land my first IT job.
Cover letters are the art of catching employers' interest and turning that interest into a prolonged look at your resume. It's kind of like this.
So when I got to the gym, Rolando, my normal coach, wasn't there. Do you ever go to the gym? I'm like a gym fanatic. So Rolando wasn't there. Do you know who was there? Alice. Alice is like so boring. She doesn't encourage me. She doesn't motivate me.
Have you ever been at a party only to be cornered by someone who drones on and on and on about themselves? They're not interested in you or in anything you have to say, and they are only interested in stroking their own ego. Do not be like that in your cover letter. Or sometimes you meet those people at the party who are just, how do I say this, boring?
So there's this movie, you guys have probably never heard of it because it's really kind of upper crust, really art house, really not something you guys would even be into, but it's about this small town in Texas.
There's nothing wrong with them per se, they just don't have anything interesting to say. They are kind of bland like plain pasta without sauce. Do not be like that in your cover letter either. So what is a cover letter? It's a quick, compelling introduction to the most important product you have to sell, yourself. And you have to approach it from the standpoint of what is important to the employer. So when you write your cover letter, don't just talk about yourself. Connect what you can do to the needs your prospective employer has. That way, you don't come off like the self-centered person at the party. And because you're talking specifically about how you can help employers get what they're looking for, every single cover letter should be custom tailored to each position, not just some generic message over and over again. That way, you don't come off like the boring, bland person at the party. Make sense? Oh wow, you really don't want to say that.
Who are you?
It's me, Jenny Nichols from MyComputerCareer.
Okay, but I kind of thought you were going to be a little taller.
I get that a lot. Right off the bat, dear sir or madam, what is this, the 19th century?
No.
And here, the first paragraph, it doesn't even address the position.
But
Look, this is not going to do. If you want your cover letter to grab employers' attention, we've got to take a few steps and make this work for you. But first, what is a cover letter? A cover letter is an introduction to you that accompanies your resume when you apply for a job. It's your way to attract attention and pique employers' interest in you right off the bat.
Your cover letter should provide information that your resume doesn't. It should highlight why you're such a good fit for the job and what you can bring to the table. It should share some of your unique personality in a professional way. It should address this particular position. Every cover letter will be different and customized. Always look at it from the employer's standpoint and explain why you are good for them.
Most cover letters these days are delivered via email. So we are going to teach you how to write an email cover letter. Oh man, don't do that.
now what?
You're attaching your cover letter to your application.
So what's wrong with that?
When you attach your cover letter to an email, it just gives the employers one more thing to click on. Put your cover letter in the body of the email.
Oh, that makes sense.
And include the name of the position that you're applying for in the subject line.
Got it.
Now, about that dear sir or madam thing.
Well, I don't actually know the name of the hiring manager, so I figured this might be the safest way to go.
It's always a good idea to do some research to see if you can figure out the actual name of the person who will be reviewing your application. And then address the email to Mr. or Ms. with their last name. Use LinkedIn, check out their website. Heck, you can even call the receptionist to see if they know. As a last resort, if you can't find it, use Dear Hiring Manager, not Dear Sir or Madam.
Okay, I'll put in a call and I'll see if I can figure it out.
Now you're talking. As with writing your resume, the very first thing you want to look at is the job description. Then, in your first paragraph, mention the position title specifically. Your first paragraph should quickly answer the question, why am I writing? If you have the name of a mutual contact, include it here. Use clear, direct language. Be sure to match yourself to the position and use keywords like the ones you learned about in the resume video.
That opening paragraph is the most important part of your entire cover letter. Hiring managers get dozens of applications and may only give a quick glance at each one. Your cover letter will stand out when it's targeted, relevant, and engaging.
Let's take a minute now for you to write your own first paragraph. Get your resume out to help you. We'll show the job description on the screen, then you can write your opening paragraph. Take a few minutes, review the job description, and write an opening paragraph. Hit pause and resume the video when you're done. Let's see how well you did. Check your opening paragraph against these criteria. 1. Did you include the exact position title for which you're applying? 2. Does it use clear, direct language? 3. Did you match yourself to the job description? And 4. Does it include keywords from the job description? Ideally, your opening paragraph will look something like this. Ms. Smith, I am contacting you in regards to your Tier 1 help desk position that is posted on the company's employment website. I understand you are looking for a candidate experienced in customer service, internet-based applications, Microsoft Office, and Windows Server. Well, look no further. In addition to these qualifications, I possess the following skill sets that can be directly applied to your entry-level position. Repair, troubleshooting, and diagnosis of OS errors and malfunctions. Troubleshooting network connectivity issues, utilizing command prompt or GUI. Utilization of remote desktop and remote assistance. Knowledgeable of various processors, hard drives, RAID configurations, and RAM. A+, and Linux certified. The second paragraph of the cover letter is all about you. It talks about what you have to offer. It's here we really connect your abilities to their employment needs.
The hardest part for me was the second paragraph of the cover letter. That's where you have to talk yourself up in order to show that you're a good fit for the job. I felt like I was being too boastful, but my computer career helped me understand that it's important to put myself in a positive light. Employers want me to demonstrate how I'll be able to fill their need.
And remember, this is not a list of accomplishments. They'll see that in your resume. Instead, this is your chance to highlight things about your personality and experience that might not come through in a resume.
In your cover letter, including examples can be extremely effective. So, if the company says they want someone with strong communication skills, give them specific examples of where and how you've demonstrated that skill set.
You also want to use this opportunity to give them a glimpse into you and why you want this job, since employers always want to hire someone who is enthusiastic and passionate about their work. For example, talk about how you've always had a passion for IT. Talk about the fact that you pursued training and certifications because you love the work. Relate your old career to your new career path. Carve out the places in your previous employment that might not be IT related, but that overlap with important skills your prospective employer is looking for. This will help them get a sense for who you are as a person and if you'll be a good fit for their company's culture. And be sure to mention your certifications specifically. Certifications are validations for what you can do for an employer and will provide tangible evidence that you are the right fit for the job. Now, you have a few minutes to write the second paragraph in your cover letter. Remember to connect your abilities to their employment needs. Use at least one example to show how you fit their job description. Include something that would indicate why you're so excited for the position. And of course, include those certifications. Again, refer to the job description to show how you match what they're looking for. As before, hit pause while you write and resume the video when you're done. Check your second paragraph against these criteria. 1, did you connect your abilities to their employment needs? 2, did you use at least one example to show how you fit their job description? 3, Did you include something that would indicate why you're excited for the position? 4, did you add your certifications? Here's an example of a great second paragraph. I am more than confident that I can fulfill this role for Hometown Arts and save the company both the time and money required for additional training. I already have my A+ certification from CompTIA A and will be completing my Microsoft Technology Associate certification in Networking Fundamentals next week. I expect to add both Server Plus and Security Plus by the end of March. You are invited to access my certification transcripts online. Finally, you'll end with a simple closing that indicates that you hope to be in touch. Thank you for considering me for this position. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Alternatively, you could offer to follow up with them. This is always a good idea if the position advertised doesn't indicate what the next steps in the hiring process will be.
Many prospective employees are nervous about following up themselves, but actually it's a very powerful way to stand out from the crowd. It shows initiative and enthusiasm. Be sure to do your research. Some companies are very specific about their process and may request that you don't call. But if you don't see anything like that, it never hurts to follow up with a phone call a few days after you submit your application.
If you do decide to follow up, say something like this at the end of your cover letter. I would welcome the chance to discuss how my systems administration skills would benefit your IT department. I will follow up with you in a few days to see if we can arrange a meeting. And then be sure to actually follow up. You'll stand out in a positive way when you take the initiative to get in touch, but you'll stand out in a negative way if you make a promise you don't keep. After you've written your 3 paragraphs, end your letter with a professional complimentary close. I like warmest regards or the old standby sincerely. Take a look at that. That's a cover letter that will get you noticed. So, are you about ready to hit send?
Yeah, I think so.
How does it feel?
It's really exciting to think that not only do I have the skills I need to do well in my career, thanks to my education, but now I have the skills I need to get the job. Thanks for the help, magical pocket-sized Jenny.
Anytime.
I never thought of myself as much of a great writer, but using the 3-paragraph formula really helped me. I was able to apply for jobs confident that my resume and cover letter package was impressive. And in fact, I landed my first job in just 2 weeks. Trust me, if I can do it, anyone can.
Are you ready to begin your job search? Let's review everything we've learned together. Take this quiz and test your knowledge. I'll ask you a question, and then you'll have 5 seconds to answer. Question 1. You should approach your cover letter from the standpoint of A, a friend, B, a family member, C, yourself, or D, the employer. The answer is D, the employer. Question 2. A cover letter should not A, have the same information as your resume, B, highlight why you are a good fit for the job, C, use direct language, or D, address the specific position. The answer is A, have the same information as your resume. Question 3, how long approximately should your cover letter be? A, 3 paragraphs, B, 3 pages, C, 150 words, or D, 1 page. The answer is A, 3 paragraphs. So now you have a professional cover letter. You're well on your way with the tools and skills you need to have a successful job search. I'm Jenny Nichols from MyComputerCareer, wishing you much success.